In this modern-day technology, the automotive systems have become more complex, with intertwined internal components that propels our vehicles to drive faster, shift faster. The introduction of ECM and different control module has become a game changer that relies on a piece of component that actuate these functions. These systems have arrays of sensors and actuators that transforms our automotive systems into incredible piece of engineering. Should you drive like this? Or
you can use
like this? At some point one will ask, what difference does it make? If you step on the road in the morning, you will see two kinds of drivers at two different styles. 70% of road drivers are driving at low RPM, 10% are doing average while 20% are driving fast. Most people driving at constant low RPM are either going through midlife crisis or having girlfriend at the front seat. The fast pedal drivers are either late to work, catching up with appointments, or showing off the size of their engines. However, it's a clear cut that most drivers who drives constantly on low RPM have no idea about the horrific torture that they are subjecting their car engines. For most obvious reasons for driving at low RPMs, you want to cut cost on increased fuel consumption by driving at low RPM. Is that correct? Well, that sounds like a good idea. However, what if I told you that there is more damage done to your engine at the course of driving at low RPM? Which is even more expensive than cost of gasoline. What if I told you that driving at certain RPMs under certain conditions gives you better gas mileage than driving at low RPM? You are surprised to hear that, right? In today's video, we will unravel the mysteries behind low RPM driving. 15 engine damages from driving your car at low RPMs. Hello, I am Dr. Cool Auto Fix. Today, we're diving into a topic that most people might not think twice about: driving at low RPMs. Many people believe that keeping your car's RPMs low is a great way to save fuel. But what if I told you that this practice could actually cause damage to your engine over time? First, let's clarify what we mean by low RPMs. RPM stands for revolutions per minute, and it tells us how many times the engine crankshaft completes a full rotation in 1 minute. When you're driving at low RPMs, it means you're staying in a lower range of engine revolutions. For example, if your engine redlines at 7,000 RPM, low RPM driving would be keeping your engine under 2,000 RPM for extended periods, especially under load. While this may seem economical, it can actually create a range of problems for your engine's health. I will be explaining what you aren't getting clearly about your car-engine relationships with driving at low RPMs. You are seating on it, however, I am certain it's unclear to you, so be sure to watch this video till the end without skipping a part, as there are other useful information you need to understand for better performance of your vehicle at the end of the video, which I shade more light to help you better understand how other problems plagued your vehicle due to low constant driving at low RPM. I will also teach you the ideal RPM range to drive for optimal performance of your engine and benefits that you are missing driving at such magical RPM. So, let's discuss the top 15 damages that can happen to your car's engine due to consistently driving at low RPMs. By the end of the video, I'll recommend the ideal RPM range for a healthier engine. 1. Increased carbon buildup. What happens? Low RPMs often lead to incomplete fuel combustion. When fuel doesn't burn completely, carbon deposits can start building up in the combustion chamber, intake valves, and exhaust system. Long-term impact: these deposits can restrict airflow and reduce engine efficiency, potentially leading to a loss in performance and requiring costly maintenance. 2. Excessive engine wear. What happens? Driving at low RPMs puts a heavier load on the engine's internals. The crankshaft and connecting rods experience higher stress, which can accelerate wear. Long-term impact: over time, this wear can lead to issues with bearings and other moving parts, causing them to fail sooner. 3. Poor oil circulation. What happens when the engine runs at low RPMs? The oil pump doesn't operate at full capacity. This may lead to poor oil circulation, especially under higher loads. Long-term impact: poor oil flow can cause inadequate lubrication, increasing the chances of premature wear and tear on engine components. 4. Reduced engine temperature. What happens? Low RPM driving often keeps engine temperatures lower than optimal. Without enough heat, moisture in the oil and exhaust gases may not evaporate properly. Long-term impact: this can result in sludge formation within the engine, which can clog oil passages and impact performance over time. 5. Engine knock or pinging. What happens? Low RPM driving, especially under load, can lead to engine knocking. This happens when fuel ignites unevenly in the cylinder, causing a knock sound. Long-term impact: repeated knocking can cause damage to the piston, cylinder walls, and valves, which may eventually lead to serious engine damage. 6. Turbocharger issues. What happens? In vehicles with turbocharged engines, low RPMs can prevent the turbocharger from spooling up properly, which may reduce performance and cause issues. Long-term impact: extended low RPM driving can lead to premature turbocharger wear or even failure, requiring an expensive replacement. 7. EGR valve blockage. What happens? The exhaust gas recirculation (EGR) valve relies on proper combustion and exhaust flow to function well. Low RPMs can cause carbon buildup, leading to clogging. Long-term impact: a blocked EGR valve can cause poor fuel economy, rough idling, and even stalling, along with expensive repair bills. 8. Catalytic converter clogging. What happens? Low RPM driving can lead to unburned fuel reaching the catalytic converter. This may cause it to overheat and get clogged over time. Long-term impact: a clogged catalytic converter can reduce engine performance and increase emissions, potentially leading to a costly replacement. This also causes more particulate matter formation on your deep. 9. Excessive load on transmission. What happens? Driving at low RPMs places more strain on the transmission, especially in automatic vehicles. Low-speed operation under load can cause wear on gears and clutches. Long-term impact: this can lead to transmission wear, causing jerky shifts and ultimately expensive repairs or replacement. 10. Reduced fuel economy in some situations. What happens? While low RPMs can sometimes save fuel, under heavy load it can actually reduce fuel efficiency due to incomplete combustion and inefficient power delivery. Long-term impact: this could result in the opposite of what you want, worse fuel economy and wasted fuel. 11. Misfiring and engine roughness. What happens? Consistently operating at low RPMs can cause misfiring, particularly in high-performance engines designed to rev higher. Long-term impact: misfiring over time can lead to damage in the ignition and fuel systems, as well as reduced overall performance. 12. Piston ring wear. What happens? Low RPMs under load can lead to extra strain on the piston rings, which are critical in maintaining compression within the engine cylinders. Long-term impact: excessive wear on the piston rings can cause reduced compression, leading to power loss and increased oil consumption. 13. Excessive vibrations. What happens? Many engines are designed to run smoothly at mid to high RPMs. Running them at low RPMs can cause increased vibrations. Long-term impact: over time, these vibrations can loosen engine mounts and other components, leading to noise, discomfort, and even damage to the chassis. 14. Reduced throttle response. What happens? Prolonged low RPM driving can cause carbon deposits around the throttle body, reducing its responsiveness. Long-term impact: this can make your car feel sluggish when accelerating, and eventually require a costly throttle body cleaning or replacement. 15. Strain on crankshaft and bearings. What happens? Low RPMs under load increase stress on the crankshaft and main bearings. Long-term impact: over time, this can cause these critical parts to wear out more quickly, resulting in expensive repairs and potential engine failure. Bonus: driving at low RPM reduces the longevity of your vehicle battery. As you drive around at low RPMs, your car will be using more power stored in your battery. Your alternator will charge your battery, no doubts. However, there will be formation of sulfate on inside the battery, which will decrease the battery efficiency over time, leading to premature wear and failure at long term. However, if you drive at high RPMs constantly for 3 to 4 hours at a stretch at this point, the alternator will supply just more than enough power for the vehicle utility and also desulfating the sulfate formation in the battery, which have the potential of making your battery last twice to more than the factory lifespan. What RPMs should you aim for? To maintain the longevity and health of your engine, it's generally best to keep the RPMs within a moderate range. Not only for the betterment of your car engine, but also for safety concerns, as excessive speeding can result into fatal accidents. In that regards, there is a cutting-edge RPMs range that best accommodate the two interests of both the car owner and the drivetrain without sacrificing the engine, drivetrain, or compromising your safety. 1. Normal driving. For most cars, try to keep the engine between 1,500 and 2,500 RPMs when cruising. This range balances fuel economy with engine health. 2. Under load. When climbing hills, accelerating, or towing, aim for around 2,500 to 3,500 RPMs. This helps the engine produce enough power without excessive strain. 3. Highway driving. On the highway, stay around 2,000 to 2,500 RPMs if possible. Many modern engines operate most efficiently at these speeds. Let's dive into the real rabbit hole. Why does the city driving takes more gasoline than highway driving? If you understand this very concept between highway and city driving, you will understand that city driving constantly put more strain on your transmission system, poor charging system leading to failure of your vehicle battery, especially if your car is automatic transmission systems powered. The transmission control module will constantly be fiddling with the gear shifting between low gears, which not only put more stress on your transmission friction plate, it also uses more power and gasoline. This is the reasons why your car takes more fuel on city driving, as your car requires more energy each time your car comes near to a complete stop due to road bumps, congestion of traffic, which gets you driving in low RPM. This also subsequently increases the breaking of your oil molecules, which results into excessive sludge formation in your engine. When sludge formation starts occurring, oil shortage and engine smoking will be the next due to damaged piston rings and internal cylinder of your engine blocks. However, when you are driving at higher RPM, lots of magic occurs which you didn't take note of, such as less stress on the transmission system, cleaning of the carbon formation, and better fuel economy. How does this happen? It may shock you that your vehicle becomes more fuel efficient at higher RPM, lugging than lower RPM. This will be a topic I will elaborate more in another video, as there is more to it than I can cover in this very context. Be sure to watch out for that content. When you are driving at higher speeds, you now have fixes that is going on in your engine at higher RPMs than lower RPMs. Remember, every engine is different, so check your owner's manual for specific recommendations for your vehicle. Taking care of your engine by driving in the right RPM range can help you avoid costly repairs and enjoy a smoother, more efficient ride. Thanks for watching. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more car care tips and tricks. Drive smart and keep your engine healthy. Until next time, this is Dr. Cool Auto Fix, signing off.